Andrew, first year you came out, I couldn't be more proud of you. You never complained, even when me or Coach Patrick used to beat up on you in the practice. I mean, you need one whole summer, this summer, of wrestling in the off season, and I expect excellent things from you next year. Congratulations, Lakes Valley Conference, All Conference, Andrew. Our next junior, Thomas Wilfong. Every day I tell Tom in practice, you have the best and fastest shot on the team. But he always does one thing wrong, and it irritates me every day. But as a coach, you got to grind through it. You always want to see him succeed and get better. If he just fixes that shot and stops diving in like an airplane going in for a crash landing, he has the potential to wrestle at the state meet next year. Thomas Wilfong. Our next junior. One match particularly sticks out in my mind for Ben Taylor. It was the Tyler Richards tournament, wrestling the kid from Walled Lake Western, where Ben, you were out, knocked out. I came over to you, your eyes rolled back, you had the lead, I don't know what happened, you regained, you shook off the butterflies, but next thing I know, you got back up, went out there, scored a couple more points, put that kid back to his back. Then you got him again at the league meet. You are a grinder. I do not like wrestling you. You are a strong kid. I expect excellent things out of you next year also. Congratulations, Ben Taylor.
He was cleared by a trainer.
He was what?
Cleared by the trainer. That's funny. Wow.
Same thing. Three-time letter. Same thing.
All right.
Our next junior. I'm 36 years old. I've been wrestling since I was 5. I had a lot of injuries. I've been hurt, I've been busted open, I've had bloody noses, I broke a finger, but I've never had anyone ever injure my shoulder, John. To the point where my wife regrets me coaching because I come home crying after the doctor tells me not to wrestle in practice. John, I love you to death. I know we have our days where we argue with each other, but the one thing I love about you the most is every time you come off the mat, you always make sure that I'm not upset with you. And I'll never be upset with you because I know each and every match you give 100% effort every time. What more can a coach ask for? John Koffel. Also led the team in team points. Our last junior, Jack Greenstein, came real close this year, doing something your brother never did. I got a feeling next year you're going to get it. You keep working hard all summer. You keep coming to those WAM practices. Great things next year, buddy. Great things. All Valley Conference, wrestler, most points tied and had the most wins on the team. Congratulations, Jack Greenstein.
Smile, Jack.
Taylor White Shirt Fath, or Chill Fath, or most commonly known as Tyler. It's been 4 years. He told me 4 years ago at the start of the wrestling season, this man and his brother would be leading the wrestling team. I don't know what I would have believed. However, I did not realize how much of a team member these young men were. I'll get to that a little later. Taylor, it's been a wild 4 years. You've made your coaches feel happy, sad, annoyed, but most importantly proud. You're a prime example of what it means to work hard and never give up. And you will have success in wrestling. You have earned the most victories you have ever had this year, and I think it probably is a combination of over your last 3 years. You are hands down the most improved wrestler on the team this year. Congratulations on a very successful senior year. We are all very proud of you. Tyler. Hey, he's got a black shirt on today. Tyler, year after year you wrestled for this team. Each year with more and more punishment from the next. From learning how to stay off, low grade report, to setting the pace in practice, you became an important leader of this team. The best part of this year was being able to keep Coach Wilson and Darren updated on your guys' success and how happy they were to hear about it. More importantly, I'm pretty sure most of you guys busted my nose pretty good with a crossface. Yeah. Congratulations on a successful year. Taylor and Tyler. As freshmen, these two were one of 3 wrestlers to go face Heartland at districts. Between skin funk and an old grudge between 2 old coaches, these young men and Coach Patrick Roser attended the district meet against Heartland. Never once did they question it, and they went out and wrestled a team that was about to win states, as they wrestled, I think, state champions, right? Yeah. Following year, they returned. They also focused on their studies because they didn't want to attend study table anymore. Their junior year comes around and they started to get the taste of success. By the end of the season, they buy into the ideals we have as coaches. Either work hard, or go home. It's one of the hardest sports, and what you do off the mat is just as important as you do on. They didn't just... Now it's their senior year. They started to attend morning lifts, come to open rooms more often, but more importantly, make sure everyone understands that wrestling is a team sport. Each of them, with their own unique personalities, provided leadership and guidance for their fellow teammates. When given a task or job, they executed it perfectly. Their success this year is due to their mindset of always wanting to improve. They never let defeat get in their way. They embodied what it means to be a Northern wrestler on and off the mat and set a good precedent for younger wrestlers. Congratulations this year. Both of you have earned the Tyler Richards Award. Always a captain in spirit. We look forward to seeing you guys around over the years, and good luck in your future endeavors. Oh, yeah. Well, did boosters want to do that? Yeah, you can do it. That was on the boosters did that. We'll wait.
Yeah.
Last one, most valuable wrestler. When considering this award, this year was really hard. There are a few wrestlers on our list to consider based on their dedication and their academics. This wrestler always put the team first and never questioned when he had to change weight classes based on a dual meet. He set the example when it came to the team mindset as well as earning a Lakes Valley Conference Academic Award. He follows the ideals of academics, athletics, attitude, and earning. He has had the most wins this season because of his mental toughness. I hope his 1 point loss to go to states is what he will use to motivate him to work all summer. Congratulations, Jack, on earning the 2017-2018 MVW award. Most valuable.
Now we see the team.
Smile. There you go.
Yell at him to get up.
Wrestlers, parents, and families, thank you on behalf of the coaching staff. This was a phenomenal season. We're growing, we're developing. As the summer comes around, we'll be practicing from 6:30 to 8 o'clock on Wednesdays, and we're going to stick with that time and not change it unless it's a holiday. We also have a summer camp plan that's nice and close. However, I left those right in my basement next to the singlet I was bringing for somebody. I will send an email out later. Before I completely wrap it up, Brian, would you like to come share what you guys brought?
Yeah, I have a comment though. I think maybe we'll change those prayers.
What?
Jack has golf on Wednesday, and they're moving the freestyle record to Monday to Wednesday, so.
All right, it might change depending on how Central moves their practices. We'll see.
Jeff has golf on Wednesday.
I got golf. You guys don't exist, there's golf.
Tyler Taylor, coming up.
Some of you freshmen, parents don't know, but every year
The Booster Club, we make collages for the seniors. It was easy this year, I only had to make 2. It was a little confusing because I didn't know who was who. Hopefully it's the right kid in the right.
I labeled them pretty good.
I think I got it. So,
They look the same anyway.
That's Tyler.
and I just want to thank Debbie Taylor for taking over as president next year. Guys, follow with it. And the rest of the new executive board, I've done this for 4 years, 3 years on the board, and a 4th year doing all kinds of stuff. So next year, I'm just going to retire and watch Jack wrestle and not worry about any of this stuff anymore. So thank you.
All right, we got some cards for the coaches here.